And the other one, I don't know. The other one that became like too, not paranoid. I was just like thinking too much, and like it was like too much mental effort for me to deal with the outside world around, plus reading chat. Like at that time, it felt like, whew, like it felt like too much to handle. Yeah, I never said I don't like weed. What do you? No, not Ali G, Alex G. Well, they actually understood what a Q is. Why? It's not a common term? Was not a common term, Abel? Americans know what the word Q is. We just prefer the word line. I used Q. Really? I prefer the word line, like waiting in line and line up, than the word Q. I actually used the word Q because I thought it was probably more common. I thought it was probably more common here. All right. Now I know. All right. Edibles knock me out cold. I had too many because it tastes so good. Right. I mean, they always put them in like some flavorful stuff, you know. The edibles will be like gummy candies or cookies or brownies. So just if they put it in something that you just want to have more of. Hey, are we by the water there? Are we close to the water? Hey, Lynx. Hey, coffeeologist. Long time no see, coffeeologist. It's been quite a while. Last time I got high, I lost the ability to understand English. Damn. Lex G, never heard of him, but Google is. It's a singer, guitar player. Sounds sort of American country folk. Oh, okay. Well, seems like he's popular. That was a long lineup. How good is weed? Less alcohol, more hooch. I mean, it's different. I feel like alcohol is way more of a social thing, right? Like, some people call, you know, booze like a social lube, a social lubricant. Like, it makes people more at ease, more comfortable to like interact with strangers and stuff like that. While weed can do the opposite for a lot of people. It, like I said, oh, this is a cool little alley. I like this. This city is cool. This city is pretty cool. I love weed way better than alcohol. I wanted to pick up some Asian language, but Chinese and Japanese and Korean seems hard since they don't use an alphabet-based writing system. Well, yeah, I mean, links, it just varies a lot. Like, it depends on how you're gonna use it and what's your goal with it. The thing is, like, for example, like Chinese has a very simple grammar, It's going to be harder to learn the characters. So if you plan to read more or write eventually, then Chinese is going to be a little bit more complicated at first. But when it comes to like talking, for example, as far as I know, there's no tones in Korean and Japanese, and in Chinese there's only 5 tones instead of 4 tones instead of 6 in Vietnamese. So in terms of like just talking and being understood, Chinese is definitely easier. I think all those languages have like different challenges. Like for example, like Japanese, the challenge with Japanese is that there are 4 different types, 4 different levels of verbal communication. So there's like a one that's very familiar, very like street talk kind of thing, like one that's like familiar but more formal, one that's like formal, and one that's extra polite. And if you don't use the right one, it can affect like how you interact with people and how people will behave with you. You know, if you're being too formal with, like, you go out with people you want to make friends with, or you meet people in the bar or whatever, and you always speak in a very formal way, people will be a little bit uncomfortable with you. They will not be at ease because they always feel like they're speaking with someone who's overly polite and like formal. So I think like each of those languages have their challenges and their advantages. It depends on how your brain works, what is easier for you, and it depends also on what you want to do. What you want to do with that language. Is it to travel to a certain place? Is it to read books in that language? Is it to make friends somewhere? Is it like, you know, I don't know. Not a spooky valley, yeah. Not a spooky alley, yeah, that's right. Alleys here are not spooky. They're very welcoming and nice. On your trip to Vietnam, so why do you compare with other languages? If you plan on going to Vietnam, like why compare it with Japanese and Chinese and Korean? I don't understand. Yeah, I see the path. But I think it might be closed unless there's a way to get there. But it seems like the viewpoint place is closed.
When I go down, that's see the house. Let's see the market. You want the sunset? I did. Yeah. Well done. Well, John, we're still open downstairs. You guys come down.
Okay, so the pier is much further down, seems, or something. Well, Lynx, I think you just learn one and just like learn the one that you think is going to be the most convenient for the trips you plan on going on. But like comparing one versus another, I think it just depends on like on what you plan on doing, where you plan on going, and how long, and like, you know, it's just like. Plus, like I said, like, you know, if you're, you know, some people are more, we all have a different brain when it comes to learning. Some people learn, like, they're more, they have a better, like, auditory memory. Some people have a better visual memory. Some people have a good, mnemotechnical association systems in like it comes easily for their brain. So it really depends on you. Just pick one that you want to learn that you think will be the most interesting, the most fun to learn, and the most convenient for your future plans or whatever, and then go with this. But comparing the languages, like, I mean, even if Chinese is easier, for example, but you're gonna spend more time in Vietnam, then it's kind of pointless, you know. So I think you're the best person to choose that plan. But they definitely come with different sets of challenges. Vietnamese is definitely not easy. It's easier to read, definitely. Like for me, it made it easier for me, for example, to read like menus, to a waterfront viewpoint. I go down this way, but that's not like, I mean, it's the night. It's not where I'm trying to go. This is not where I was actually going. So let's just keep. No, I think you should just focus on one. Learning multiple languages at the same time is probably the worst move you can make to become good at it. Because you're going to start making mistakes and confusing. All right, so it seems like my current setup doesn't really like indoor spaces. It seems like it's the ongoing. It's been the theme since I left Vietnam. It's an issue I have in Cambodia, in Malaysia, and also in Hong Kong a little bit as well. When I go inside, signal not good. All right. Got a point, since those four languages are not even related. Oh yeah, they are related. They are related more than you think. Links, but that's not the question. The question, it's not whether the languages are related. If they were related, it could be even more confusing, because then you would have words that have like similar roots but that are not the same word, so you would want to use one instead of the other. And it's very, like, if you're trying to learn, for example, Spanish and Portuguese at the same time, you're very likely to make mistakes between those two. But it's not about that. It's not about that. It's just about giving your brain a chance to create systems for you to, like, if you want to become like really good at a language, you have to get to the point where you're able to think in that language, and at that point, then it's like more like spontaneous. Then you can start learning another language and like create association systems based on that one that you assimilated or like mastered, or you're fluent enough to. They're not from the same language family. That's not, like I said, the links, they're more related than you would think. And I don't know what families you're talking about, but those languages are more related than you would think, and then you probably know. And like I said, it has nothing to do with what I was talking about. I think if you want to learn language and be good at it, just learn one language. If you start learning 4 languages at the same time, you're just gonna mess yourself up. You're just gonna confuse yourself. No, there's some characters that are exactly the same and mean exactly the same. Japanese use two different character alphabets, you know. There's one that's phonetic, and there's one that's based on Chinese. So, and as for the connection between Vietnamese and Chinese, well, Vietnamese language used to use Vietnamese before their language was adapted to a Roman alphabet. They used to use the Chinese characters with slight differences, but they used to use Chinese characters, and there's still a lot of Vietnamese words that are actually originally Chinese words. Trey Frog TV, thank you for the follow. Welcome to my stream. Anyways, you do what you want. You asked my opinion in the first place. Otherwise, like, we wouldn't be having this conversation, right? You asked my opinion, so I give it to you. Oh, I think we can get a nice view from here. There's like a Ferris wheel and everything. Can we get a view here? The doo-doo. Damn, a lot of people doing special dances and talking to themselves and everything. Where we at? You gotta guess. If you want to, Trey Frog. It's my first time streaming outside of Asia, because I live in Asia, but first time. Just arrived yesterday. We don't get the best view here because the fences.
The guy hitting the flying fish was awesome. The funniest thing is when we're backing up, and the dude is like,
Okay.
Yahoo! It's his first fish.
Okay, that's a weird fence. I guess it's not really stopping. It's like blocking, but not really. So we can still go get there and have a view of the pier. Live GeoGuessr, exactly. I went to Vietnamese school for 7 years, still don't know the language. Yeah, Vietnamese is definitely hard. The grammar can be a little bit weird because there's a lot of like reverse structures. Like in certain cases, you'll put the adjective before the noun, but the other cases it goes like it flip-flops like this in a very strange way. Also, the 6 tones makes it hard that even in context some people will not understand. Like in China, sometimes my tones were not right, but because of the context, because of the rest of the sentence, or because of the situation, you know, like we're talking about food, or I'm buying something, or I'm asking for directions, people were still able to understand what I'm saying. But in Vietnam, I feel like first the 6 tones makes it even more confusing, and plus I feel like Vietnamese people they're not very flexible to like use context or something. That's something where, you know, if I'm using ga is chicken, and the other ga are completely unrelated to food, like they're about relationship and stuff like that. So if I'm in a restaurant and I'm ordering something with ga, like I'm not talking about some relationship, a woman in a relationship, that something like that. I'm talking about chicken, but for some reason it's like they ignore the context, or they don't, like it's not part of the way they deal with the language, so it's harder to get understood somehow. I don't know. Hopping the fences tonight, yes. Faux fence, yeah, exactly. We're in Santa Monica, yes, definitely. Ferris wheel has something, I think it has a message. There's a ADI, there's a heart, I don't understand. Heart, then ADI. I don't understand. I don't understand if it's trying to say something, but Stigma. I think it's stigma, not sigma. The graffiti on the wall there. Is this GTA? Yes, definitely. Oh, it's turning sideways, so maybe it's other letters. Oh, wait. A, D, H, I? Oh, fuck, I don't know. Do you speak any French? Yes, I do. Hey, coffeeologist. That's actually where I want to go. That's actually where I was heading, but then I saw there's a pier and it smells like urine. So it's wonderful. It seems like there's a lot of stuff going down there. Going on down there. All right. I don't really understand the thing with the fences here. Like they put a fence, but they left like a little opening here. And here is like a wide open gate, so it's like kind of doesn't do much. But hey, it's okay. We got to get the view, thanks to this weird fence. We can move on from languages links. So Seattle smells like San Diego? I don't know. If San Diego smells like piss, yeah. But it's not everywhere. It's just some areas. It feels like it's like, oh, suddenly this street is like, must be frequently used as a urinal or something. But Green Apple, I don't know who that is. Hand roll. Oh, it's like a little sushi. Like a little sushi bar, sushi sake bar. That's nice. I like this. Reminds me a little bit. There were a couple of spots like this in Tokyo. I'm Googling, but I have no idea what the wheel was spelling. I don't know either. Like, I mean, I feel like it was ADI, but at the same time, there were weirdly shaped letters, so it could have been something else. I have no idea. Oh, no need to be sorry. Green apples, no worries. I just didn't understand. Don't know. Does that person know me? I don't think that person knows me. I was watching you on my lunch break, but decided to go home and once go outside of Asia. Chicken box. Hope you're not regretting it. It's bothering me. What is bothering you? The letters on the wheel. Yeah. All right, let's see if we're on the way. Okay, so it's a little detour. Okay, I think I should take this street here. Western Ave? Yes. Western Ave. And we go straight to... Okay. All right. No way, no regret. No regrets. All right. Wait, maybe I can... All right, I'll just keep going this way. You seem to be very familiar with the city. Do you live there? Coffeeologist?
I think we did. Like
Earlier I was on Pike. I was on Pike Street and I don't know about Pine, but Pike Street, and it was like really bad. Like I was actually looking around to see if there was like some porta potty nearby, because it really smelled like like I was near a bunch of filled up porta potty. How's your stomach? How's my stomach? It's all right. It's not so bad so far. I did fart a few times, but those they were silent. It's funny when you just get like little bits of people's conversation that you walk by. Like just now, there's like those people were like kind of walking away from each other, and there's like the dude went like shit, and the girl went like, I gotta pee. So it was like I don't know. I just think it's funny, like out of context, just like that. If you just like took a sound bite of that moment, it's like shit, I gotta pee. I don't know. It amuses me. She has to pee. You gotta guess, Sudayana. Brother-in-law lived there for many years. Told me a lot. Oh, okay. Silent but deadly. No, actually, with IBS and like the lactose intolerance, whenever I'm like bloated and I fart a lot, it's not smelly most of the time. It's just like air. By the way, isn't Taco Del Mar also like a chain?
I just want to make sure I'm not parking here.
Taco Del Mar isn't a chain as well? Like a taco chain? The time is wrong. You're gonna say New Jersey? Interesting guess, New Jersey. New Jersey. Yo, it's getting cold. It's getting cold. Isn't Taco Del Mar a chain? Ohana, Japanese Hawaiian sushi bar and grill. Oh, that place.
Miss Smelly's 420 dropped 100 bitties. I could listen to your fart talk all night.
I bet you could. That place looks fun. I like colorful places like this, and like Japanese Hawaiian sushi bar and grill. That would be a place I want to check whenever I can. I'm glad you could listen to my fart talk all all night, Missy. Thank you for the biddies. Mr. Hawksome, you have to guess. You have to guess. Where in the world is Globic Santiago? Isn't that the name of the game? Are you in Ho Chi Minh City? Yes. District 74. I'm not sure. I've never heard of it. This trip looks expensive. Yes, I have to decide of my return flight tonight. Like tonight, I have to decide of what is the date of my return flight. And originally, I was planning on staying for like a month and a half, 2 months, something like that. But after being here, not even like just like 24 hours, I would say I'm gonna have to stay a shorter time, I think. I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to return earlier than I thought I originally was going to. Yeah, my plan was to stay for a month and a half, 2 months. After seeing a $15 burrito, he's done. Well, the $15 burrito was not. I mean, yes, there's that. Like, I mean, I was getting $2 noodles before, you know. Back home, back home, I was getting $2 noodles. But it's also like the cost of, like, if it was only the food, it wouldn't be too bad. But it's the cost of, like, hotels and Airbnbs and whatnot. Like, it's impossible to find something under $100 a night. Like, even unless, like, even like shitty spots are still over $100 a night. The fuck? And you might be able to find like a few spots that are slightly under 100, but they're like completely out of town. Like, they're so far out, super inconvenient. So if I'm doing live streams and YouTube videos, so if I need to go to places every day to make content, then I have to spend a ridiculous amount of money in like commuting, like taxi or Uber or, you know, subways, buses, and all of that. So in the end, like the few dollars that I would save, like living further out, would cost me the same. $15 burrito, yeah. Oh, I will be back in Asia before 2 months, that's for sure. I can't afford staying out here for 2 months. Return so fast? Well, Jeffrey, I can't be traveling forever. I gotta go back home. I'm not one of those traveling streamers. Can't afford it. I like how you call Asia home. Well, I've been living there for 7 years. If you're in Australia, you can crash at my place. Okay. Thank you for the invitation, Chicken Box. I appreciate that. But staying at people's places, it's not something I can do too much. Because I have, like, you know, I have a weird life schedule, you know, sleep schedule, and I want to be able to go out and go home at whatever time I feel like at that time, you know. Sometimes streams, like, hey, my last live stream in Hong Kong, I was supposed to be doing like a short stream. In my head, I thought I was going to do like a 4-hour stream or something like that. I ended up streaming until 5 in the morning. I ended up streaming until 5 in the morning, so I want to be able to have like the freedom to get around and do whatever, you know, whenever, without the feeling that I might be bothering someone or waking up someone, or, you know. And also, when I'm home, like, sometimes I like to be in my own little bubble, you know, like just chill in my room, eat snacks, and watch YouTube videos or listen to podcasts, you know, like, or, you know, edit videos, and I'm kind of in my little thing. Do whatever you like here. I'll give you a key. Damn, you're really sweet. You might regret it, you know. Maybe I look like a decent person on the stream, or maybe I don't. But then maybe in my personal life, you know, I would be the kind to poop on your couch and pee in your closet or something like that. I don't know. Leaving tomorrow. What's going on with the signal? All right, I'm keep getting disconnected from chat and then reconnected. You're in a big city, so it's expensive. Get cheaper the further away you get. Yes, but I have to. That's what I just explained. Horse hogs is that also I have to make content. You know, I have to have like, you know, places to go and explore, and also, you know, like, so obviously I could in like super cheap and remote areas in the countryside, but there's chances that my internet wouldn't be as good, like the signal wouldn't be good enough to live stream. The signal wouldn't be good enough to live stream, and if it is good enough, then maybe there's not much going on around for me to live stream, you know. So that's like a catch-22 situation.
That is really good. I love this phone. It takes the best.
Yeah. Perhaps acquire a tent and hitchhike across America stream. Probably not the right season to do that. Maybe if I do that in the, I don't really have that kind of budget. If I have a bigger budget in the future, maybe I could try to do that. I would love to try to do that, but I think maybe starting that tour in the spring would make more sense than starting in October. Thank you, Chicken Box. I appreciate the offer. Yeah, Brownisha is safe, definitely. She's safe. Chilling in the nude. You look kind of greasy to me. Okay, thank you, Going Commando. I'm glad that you're saying that while you're not seeing me. Worst case, I kick you out. But best case, I have a place to stay and don't worry about hospitality. I appreciate that, Chicken Box. Just go through California tax in Florida. Well, even California is like kind of cooler now these days, and like I said, I can't afford it. I just can't afford it, Missy. I think yeah, I can't afford it. I can't just like camp places. I mean, I wouldn't mind doing like camping from time to time, but I can't really rely on that as a regular place to stay. You know, I'm doing live streams, so that means like I have to be in an environment where I can get decent enough signal, but also I have to be in a place where I can charge my equipment at the end of the day. You know, I can do some editing, and I can take care, like prepare the upcoming streams and do all the tech stuff I have to do in between streams. If I live in tents, I can't really do that. It sounds like a lot of fun. Like, I mean, I would love to give it a shot as a personal experience, but as a streamer, it could be like a social experiment. Yeah, I think it's easier said than done. I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer. Like, I'm not trying to shut down the, like, I did think about different options to do, but at the same time, like, I feel like there's there's also a reason why there aren't, you know, many small-time streamers like me that are doing that. So I guess hopping trains is out. It sounds like a lot of fun, but do I go? Okay. Bum, bum. Push it real good, though. That's what it sounded, the beat sounded like. Like I was saying, Missy, like my original plan was to stay a month and a half, 2 months, and I had like kind of a rough idea of the trip I wanted to do. But after looking online for, like, you know, accommodation in different places, not just here in Seattle. Here in Seattle is expensive, but I can only imagine, like, if I was to go down to California, like if I check out LA, if I check out San Francisco, it's just going to be more expensive. Like even like I was looking at the price of like dorms for the next destination I'm going to. I was like looking at the you know, dorms and stuff. Like I was thinking about it, like I was like, oh, maybe I can save a few bucks if I stay in dorms from time to time. But at the same time, I was like, that's shitty, because I need to charge my power bank, I need to charge my Bluetooth speaker, I need to charge 2 phones, sometimes 3. I need to use my laptop, and like all that is not so easy to do when you're in the dorm. Like if I have my room, then I can use all the power outlets and charge stuff while I'm sleeping. But in the dorm, or even worse, in the tent, is like nearly impossible to like manage all this. Like originally, I was talking about coming to, like going to TwitchCon in California. That was like my plan, but I had to cancel that plan when I saw like how much it was going to cost me for the trip I had planned. Like my idea originally was to come for TwitchCon, was to come before TwitchCon, was to come to spend time in my hometown, then maybe go to like, you know, New York City and Boston for a few days or whatever, maybe Toronto, and then I was gonna go on the West Coast, and that was gonna be before TwitchCon, and then I was gonna go on the West Coast and slowly go down from, you know, from Vancouver down to San Diego and stop at different places, and arrive in San Diego at the first weekend of October. But then I started like making plans and calculating things, and I realized like for me to do that like 2-month trip, I was gonna need about $8,000. And now that I'm getting an even closer look into it, I think it would have been probably closer to 10 grand for like a 2-month trip. The tent was a joke, but the more you talk about it, not gonna lie, it sounds hilarious. Well, my current plan is still like up in the air, so I'm gonna talk more about it once I figure it out more. Because now I realize, like with the prices and everything, I might shorten it. But I'm gonna talk about it for on the Patreon. I'm gonna talk about it on the Patreon. You guys get the scoop. You guys get the scoop on the Patreon. You blew 10K in Vietnam for a month, but you had to give money. Oh, but that's not the same. Like, I don't know how much you, like what chunk of the 10K you gave to your relatives, but that's, you can't really count this as expenses for your trip. I mean, you can do whatever you want. But I mean, for me, it doesn't really count as traveling expenses. Like, you could send that money from abroad without even going there, because in the end, it's not used for your trip. Go back to HK. Well, even in HK, Tiger, even in HK is, like I was saying earlier, I wouldn't spend too much time in HK with my current stream situation, you know? Like, I was able to do it then because I'm on the secret mission and my hotel was paid and everything. So that was okay, but like I was mentioning earlier, oh wait, we passed it. Dang, went too far. You want a banana? A nice burned banana, just for you. Burned banana.
No,
A burned banana just for you.
too small. Too small.
What? What? What did you say? My banana is too small. You like big bananas? Is that what you said? Is that what you said?
She's big, so she need a big one.
What about you? You want my banana?
Too small.
Ah, my banana is too small. Damn. Just chewing some gum and getting a suntan? Huh? Is that what you're doing? Just chewing a gum in the sun? Am I bothering? Oh, you got some nice balls, buddy. You got some nice balls in there. This part here is mostly just avocado. Just here, inside this part here is just avocado. There's no pit inside that part. Inside that part is the pit. We're locked. Bye. Sorry, do you speak English? Little? Yes. Do you know a good place to eat near here? Nhâm Bai? But good, like Chnang. You know? Close to here? Around here?
Oh, now I'm busy.
Now you're busy?
You phone number.
My phone number?
Yes. No.
Huh?
No.
Yeah, okay, I can give you my phone number. The sauce is not plain. That lemon, oh, you guys got that? He's wiping his hand on the leaves of the bush. Did you guys catch that?
That's really good, for fuck's sake! That's really good!
Doggy! Oh, he bit me. Oh, okay. I was trying to give her a jump scare. It was a total fail. Much time as I did in other cities. Oh, jeez. You scared the shit out of me. What's up? I don't. Okay. Okay. You scared me. No, go ahead. Okay.
Ý qua con. Tôi dọn đâu sao biết được danh nữa. Ý qua con. Đâu?
Sorry about that, chat. I didn't see the low battery percentage, and then it just died. Alright, sorry about that, chat. We're back. Is everything okay? There's still some light flares. Yeah, it's a little bit better. Are we good? Is everything good? We good? All right. Yeah, but for what we were talking about earlier, like I said, I need to be able to stay in a place where I can charge my equipment. The idea of like doing like hitchhiking and camping and stuff like that is really something I would love to do, but it would probably be more for like YouTube videos than live streams. I think it'd probably be better because, yeah, it's faster to charge It's faster to charge little GoPro batteries, and you know, it's not like hours of recording. You're just like using the camera from time to time for like specific moments that you want to catch. And just scam your way into hotels. Is this Quebec? Yes. And like I said, like, you know, just the cost of living in general. I don't think I'd be able to make it. I don't think I'll ever be able to stream, to make my live stream sustainable outside of like Southeast Asia. I don't think so. I think that's the way it is, you know. I would probably get, you know, I bet I would get a smaller audience if I was to spend more time. If I spend more time in North America, I will get like less viewers, and expenses will be higher, and then I just won't be able to make it. Yeah, serious inflation issues. Oh, it's not just the West Coast. Like I said, I looked at different places that I'm planning to go to, and different, you know, different cities, and I mean, just overall, it's just something I can't afford. And you know, like just now. Okay, let me just check now. It's not better. I think you're romanticizing. Like you traveled a few times to Vietnam, and you're romanticizing Southeast Asia. Every time you talk about it, you say it's better, it's more simple. This, you just feel this way because you make more money where you live. So whenever you go to Vietnam, your money has more power, and so you feel like things are easier. But I don't think it's like better, it's just different. That's, for me, it's always weird when I see people like, they say like, oh, life is better over there. Yeah, I mean, it's better for you. Like, you're not the first one